What up, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Y'all get the head from the horse's mouth, for real. Y'all get the head from the horse's mouth. But, alright, so this video is gonna basically talk about the Baltimore mass shooting. And, this is all my opinion. And a lot of the stuff I'm saying is just alleged, I guess you could say. I'm just gonna kind of go over a brief history of what I think and why stuff are the way that it is, and how can we make the necessary changes that we should make as a culture, as a community, etc. It's basically it for the most part. I'm just make these videos for real. Like when I go live, this is just my input on my stance on stuff. You know what I mean? Like this is just what I think, what goes through my mind. I used to go live on IG all the time. Well, not IG, but Facebook all the time, and just be talking to people. And they'd be like, and somebody was like, "Yo, you should have a podcast." And I don't know, I don't know, man. It's like really time consuming, and the way how my time is set up, it'd be hard for me to do. But my bad, y'all. But I can just kind of give my little 2 cents on what I think about what's going on locally, and and kind of just go from there. So we all know what happened a couple weeks ago with the shooting out Brooklyn homes or whatever. I'm not from Brooklyn. I actually live out Essex. Now my stepdaughter's god sister got family that live in Brooklyn homes. They was actually supposed to go out that night, and well, not my stepdaughter, but her god sister was supposed to go out, but thank God she didn't. She could have been a person that was shot or whatever. You know what I mean? Um, so that's that. I was born over East Baltimore, off of like Biddle Street. Like it was a Catholic school in that area called St. Catherine's. This is back in the day, 80s, 90s. Called St. Catherine's, and moved from that area, whatever. Went to that school in that area, and then moved out to the county for real. So I still got ties, to the city and everything like that. My dad was born and raised in the Baltimore City. Um, his mom and dad died young, and he had to basically like grow up quick. You know what I mean? So from a teenager, he had to live by himself, and he had to just man up. So, but enough of that. I'm just gonna get straight to the story or whatever. So I'm gonna skim through this Fox 45 video and just kind of get my insights on locally on what I think what should change, and what could be better to better this situation. So first and foremost, let's just talk about the mentality of being in Baltimore, or just like growing up in this area or whatever, like Baltimore County, Baltimore City, whatever, like and just having certain associations with people that's from rough hoods, like rough backgrounds, rough areas, or whatever the case may be. And it's like I've been I ain't gonna say I've been all over the country, but I will say this: like places I've been to, as far as like the West Coast, like when I went to LA, I was telling my friend this earlier today. When I went to LA, man, this is before all how I guess you could say hell broke loose. LA was so laid back in like 2017, 2018. It was super laid back. It was chill. It was different, Really enjoying myself out there. Atlanta, before Atlanta got super duper crowded. Atlanta, kind of the same thing. Um, North Carolina, South Carolina, kind of chill, kind of country. Florida was cool. Alabama, I loved Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama, I loved it. I actually wouldn't mind living there. But yo, I've been to Philly, I've been to Delaware, been to New York City, and Manhattan. My best friend's sister is from there. She born and raised in Manhattan. But yo, it's something about this area, yo. I don't know what it is. It's like it's like something in the water or some shit. Like people here is just crazy. Like not crazy, but it's just on edge. And I think a lot of that on edgeness is because how divided the city is. Um and how segregated the city is. Let me see. I can't see the live joints, the live chats, but like just how segregated the city is, and it's just been kind of institutionalized as far as like the redlining and all that stuff, and a lot of African Americans just being in poverty for decades. You know what I mean? And it's just getting worse and worse. And I think overall, we just us as black people, like I'm not even gonna say black because we not black. We're we are you know people of color, or we do have a um, culture, but it was I'm not trying to get on like the pro black tip, but it was kind of stripped from us as far as like where we originally originated from. Because a lot of people in this area, for real, they might not even know this, but a lot of them, most likely, free blacks that weren't even in or part of the slave trade. You know what I mean? But that's neither here or there, or whatever, right? But I just think we just been just conditioned so bad, and we just kind of like just been hugging the hip of liberalism so much, and waiting for a white savior or just some politician that's gonna save and make our conditions better. When for real, we should be looking in the mirror at ourselves and be like, yo, we need to change for ourselves. Like we can't expect for a politician to get me out the projects, or I don't expect for a politician to make my me living in the hood or the ghetto or or the block or whatever the case may be, to make it better than than what it is now. You know what I mean? Or give me a little free government check or whatever. Like, yo, we need to improve ourselves, because you got folks coming from other countries coming in, getting to it. You know what I'm saying? Lapping us for real, when we need to understand that um, this society is built off of competition, and it's fierce. You know what I mean? Like you can't just think, well, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait for this situation. I'm gonna wait for this to happen. You know what I mean? Like you gotta just make things happen. And unfortunately, yeah, we are kind of behind. We do need a little bit of leverage, but shit, the leverage that we got, we not even using. You know what I'm saying? So we can't blame nobody but our fucking selves. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thoughts on it. So I just think overall with the crime thing here and the violence and all that, like it's not gonna change. And the reason why it's not gonna change is because this guy right here, he's the Baltimore City State's attorney named Ivan Bates. Like guys like him, they make a lot of money off of crime. They make a lot of money off of locking you up. They make a lot of money off of you keep coming in and out of the system. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling people on Instagram, I was like, yo, uh, one of the Baltimore murder pages follow me on Instagram or whatever. They was talking about the squeegee boys and shit, and I'm like, yo, all that time y'all outside, harassing people to wipe down their windows when they got windshield wipers, right? Y'all can be taking that time and learning a skill and monetizing on that skill, or like creating a business that's legitimate, and or if you want to create a car wash or whatever, like learn how to get the capital together, like real capital, not chump change, and put shit together and make stuff happen or whatever. So, but some of the people in the damn that Baltimore murder page were saying I was tripping and I didn't know what I was talking about, or whatever. I'm like, look, bro, I'm good. Like I'm straight. Like I don't gotta be, you know, nickel and diming nothing. You know what I mean? Even when I was, doing shit I ain't had no business doing, like I was chasing after the bread, but I understood that was always a bigger picture. You know what I mean? Like this ain't gonna last forever. I need to really hone in on my skills and just become better. This is on me. This ain't on no white man. This ain't on this politician. This ain't on Nobody, right? So what the city was doing was they was offering I don't know if they fully went through with it, but they was offering checks to people to like kind of keep them dudes in check, so they not out here like doing any crimes and shit. So like, all right, yeah, you can be out here being on a squeegee tip, but here's like $500 a month or whatever. And I'm like, yo, that ain't really no money for real. Like, you outside just doing that shit when you can be in school somewhere or going on YouTube, learning skills, enhancing your skill set, and working from home instead of being outside wiping down windows and shit. You can literally make your money off the computer, bro. You ain't even gotta sit there, and you can just do it from your phone or from your computer or whatever like that, and just be chilling. You ain't out there risking your freedom, risking your life, having bad confrontations with people that don't want you touching that shit. Bottom line, you know what I mean? But neither here nor there, or whatever. Like, I get it. Like, the younger dudes is like trying to get that bread and stuff. They ain't trying to hustle. They ain't trying to be selling no dope. They ain't trying. Like, I get all that. I get it. I get it. I totally understand and get it. But come on, man. Like, yo, learn some real skills. Like, get with it. Like, that's cool for a little bit, but you should be out there trying to really step into your, into step into your king shit instead of just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna stand on this corner or whatever. Like, I went downtown one time. I think it was on President Street, and I was coming from Fogo de Chao, right? And I seen uh, I seen grown ass dudes out there like wiping down windows, like guys like in their mid 30s. Like, come on, yo, like, bro, But like I was trying to explain it to people on the murder page, I'm like, look, they want y'all out here. They want y'all out here because if y'all gonna continue to keep being at the bottom as far as financially, right? And then when shit go wrong or you do some bullshit, they can continue to keep putting you in the system and making money off you. So the state's attorney gonna charge you, right? They really ain't supposed to be charging you money for you to be locked up, but that's a whole nother story. But they're gonna charge you to lock your ass up, right? The judge gonna make money being there. The police gotta make money. The police gonna make money or whatever, patrolling the streets, trying to see what it is that you doing or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? We gotta put you in prison, so of course the CEOs and all that is gonna make money. And if worse come to worse, like just say if your ass get hit up or some shit like that or whatever, right? Then the morgue and the undertaker gonna make money and shit too. The EMT workers and the firefighters and all that shit they gonna be making money and shit, like getting the blood and shit off the sidewalk after your ass got blasted or whatever the case may be. But it's just a trap, yo. It's like they want you to continue to keep being at the bottom. You know what I mean? They don't want to see you doing what you're supposed to be doing, like, for instance, they don't want you respecting each other. They don't want you to see eye to eye, and you know what I mean, and come together and work together and shit, because they make money off of you being a fucking savage for real. You know what I mean? So that's my take on that shit. But like, nothing is really gonna change unless we, like I said, look in the mirror, really come to terms of, like, all right, what it is that we need to do as far as the community, as far as like, all right, yo, we not gonna allow you to do this while you here, etc. But it's a tall task. Like, everybody has to be on the same page, and the way how we think, everybody claims that they want to be in a community, but a community has to, like, kind of all majority has to be all on the same page, and a lot of folks ain't on the same page. They got this mentality of like, who the fuck are you? You can't tell me shit. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. You know what I mean? That's their thought. That's their mindset. That's their thought process. But until we change that, nothing's going to change, y'all. No law, no law, no politician, no the Democrats nor Republicans are gonna make your situation better. You feel me? So, but that's that. Like, the state is just ran off of crooks from top to bottom, starting at the governor all the way down. Just it has a Baltimore, Maryland, just Maryland, the state of Maryland, it just has a notorious, um, it has a notorious reputation of corruption. You know, and the jail systems, all that shit. Like my man, he was locked up in city jail. They knocked the city jail down and shit, and they had Joe locked up or whatever, and like the prisoners was basically running the jail. You know what I'm saying? They was running the jail. Like the CEOs was bringing and the thing is these politicians know this, but they don't really want to do anything until shit get really bad. Like they know them CEOs and shit is bringing drugs into jails and all that. You know what I'm saying? Making money and shit like that. But they're not gonna do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like he was telling me like my man was telling me like a couple people died in the jail and the CEOs like they did nothing, yo. Like they sat and watched niggas kill each other for literally and they did nothing, yo. They did absolutely nothing. You feel me? So but yeah, like the city is corrupt. The state is corrupt. Everybody's corrupt. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna eventually part ways from here. Cause like even out in the counties, like out in the county where I live at, like it's getting a little hectic out here. Like you know what I mean? It's getting a little bad out here. Like not in town bad, but it's shit. This shit happened here. This person got you know what I mean? And who the fuck? Like I got kids. Like I'm not trying to have my kids be around any of this crazy shit because I had to deal with a lot of shit myself growing up, coming up and stuff like that, seeing a lot of stuff and shit. But um, that's that, man. Like I don't think, like I said, I don't think anything is gonna change. You know, it don't just start with this guy right here because he claimed he wants to, hold people accountable. But I just think it's just talk. It's just political talk as usual.
Are
You know
calling
what
for
I'm saying?
change from the Maryland General
So
Assembly, saying their hands are tied when it comes to making sure
so
young
now
people know the consequences of their criminal actions.
I think without question,
so
over the
now
last several years,
so now the Maryland General Assembly they know that if we really crack down on people as far as like not giving them a slap on the wrist as far as the crimes that they breaking and shit, then we can't keep making money. Wash, rinse, and repeat. So as long if you a repeat offender or you keep getting yourself in trouble and shit, we can't we can make money. But if we like really throw the book at you and throw some real serious time at you, like all right, shorty, like you gonna have to sit down for 20 years. You gonna have to sit down for 25 years, stuff like that. They want to ride the wave of that justice reform thing. But at the same token, you gotta understand this is all about money. Cause the state, honestly, the city is broke, yo. The Baltimore city is broke. They don't got no fucking money, yo. They ain't got no money. They got money, but they ain't got money like that to really like take to invest in Brooklyn homes or certain areas like that. Because eventually, what they're gonna do is they're gonna do like how they did in the '90s with like Lexington Terrace and all the towers and shit. They're gonna knock all that shit down, Brooklyn homes, like and they're gonna push all them people out to like Anne Arundel County and Annapolis and maybe the Eastern Shore. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But me and my man, I was telling you about earlier. We went to if you're familiar with Baltimore, we went to Top Golf, which is next to Horseshoe Casino or whatever, right? So we went there on Monday. So I'm filming this. Today's Thursday. We went there, and this chick, she like a manager at Top Golf. She was telling me and my man. She said that what the city want to do is they want to buy Brooklyn homes, but a lot of folks that live in that area they don't want to sell. Like the city, what they want to do is they want to push all they want to secretly kind of like push all the black people out of the inner city or like the outskirts of downtown and all that, and just like push them out to the county and shit so they can build up these high rises and try to attract other people to the city. But at the same time, they want to still make, they still gotta make money. They still gotta try to figure out a way to make money. So they make money by like keep putting you through the justice system and shit, and going to court, and you know what I mean, all that stuff or
General
whatever.
Assembly has changed a number
So,
of
but all right, we're gonna get past this dude. So this white dude, he's a he's a state's attorney for Baltimore County.
Do you believe
So
the Maryland General Assembly has made it difficult for your office to hold juveniles accountable for criminal acts?
so they wanna really put the hammer down on these kids out here, these young people or whatever that's out here that's like doing the shootings and stuff like that or whatever. So, but the general, like I said, the Maryland General Assembly, they just like, oh well, nah, we not gonna have no, we're not gonna drop the laws and stuff like that or whatever. But shit, what the Maryland General Assembly did do, which was some bullshit, was, oh, we need to, you know, do SB1. We can't have, legal gun owners walking in certain places. Like they try to put the blame on the legal gun owners or whatever, because from that Supreme Court ruling last summer or whatever, which is unconstitutional as far as what Maryland trying to do with the SB1 shit. But it's just, it's like a, you gotta kind of understand history, like in a sense, like a lot of these oppressive gun laws is because they were put in place because they didn't want black people to have firearms.
Do you support
So,
the juvenile?
all right, we're gonna get past this. So he talking about, that situation. So I gotta get to this dude right here, man.
With local law enforcement.
So this is the governor, may Westmore or whatever, and this I'm gonna have him say what he was about to say or whatever. I'm gonna play it back, but I just gotta get on this dude, man. Like, yo, this dude is a clown, and I'm saying that because, yo, when them kids got shot, them 28 people got shot at Brooklyn Homes. This man didn't even show up the next day for a press conference at Brooklyn Homes. Now he claims that he was down at shock trauma, but nobody from his office, nobody from his office was there at that press conference to like talk about, the victims and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And him and all those other boule Negroes and City Hall, they don't want to do shit, yo. They only concerned about power, yo. That's it. Power and money, yo. Like, he's gonna eventually try to make a push for being the president of the United States, I believe it or not. I believe. I'm sure. He's just trying to be like one of them clean cut niggas, oh, I'm trying to make, I want to tote around and make you feel good by my words. But they ain't really putting nothing into action, really. Like I said, he put that SB1 thing together and all that. He signed that. And it's like, yo, that's not hurting criminals, bro, or people that's like doing violent shit. That's just hurting against legal gun owners, bro. Like, legal gun owners aren't the ones out here shooting and robbing and on the block, and you know what I mean? They not the ones doing the bullshit, bro. Like, you just don't give a fuck. You just giving lip service and shit. And a lot of people, they just not intelligent enough to understand that they getting played. So I don't know. I don't trust this dude, man. Something about y'all. I don't know what it is. I'll be listening to him talk in his interviews. I'll be trying to like see where he getting, like my thing is like, where you get your, like, he never had no other he never held political office before. And then it's like, oh, you was a Rhodes Scholar, you was this, you was that. Like, bro, who was backing you? Like, who was funding your money? Like, I'm like, somebody's putting some money in your pockets, bro. And I'm sure you had to sell out. And I don't mean that in like in a racist way. Like, you had to like, not even a racist way, but like, how like people be saying, oh, this Negro he a sellout. Like this man done something, yo. He done something, yo. Like, he gotta fuck it, yo. He sold out. The dude sold out, yo. The man sold out, yo. He's selling folks out, man. Like, All them people got shot, bro. But when they had that Capitol Gazette memorial thing, he was there though for that. Cause bro, your constituents that voted for you most likely 9 times out of 10 in that community, bro, you didn't even show up. You ain't even show face. You didn't even show up till like a day or two later. But you was down Ocean City, bro. The first thing you should have did is the governor. As soon as that happened, bro, first train smoking across the Bay Bridge, bro. First thing smoking, bro. Like boom, should have showed up and said whatever it is that you had to say, and show face. If you so adamant on combating violent crime, but I just think he's full of shit. Cause he know where his money coming from, yo. He know. So all right, we gonna get to what he got to say, and I'm gonna say what I need to
Typically
say.
this week.
Yeah, there's no plan to have a special session. And while I'm working closely with the legislature, I'm working closely with local law enforcement and local elected officials. I also know that we don't have to wait for a session in order to address something that is the number one priority for our administration.
All right, bro. If it's the number one priority for your administration, why you been ain't put no law in place, bro? You the governor, bro. Like, why you not pushing your party, your political party, Democrats, to really put something in place? Like, bro, you signed all this legislation against legal gun owners and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be, the marijuana shit, all this other crazy, stupid shit, this energy shit. But yo, bro, Baltimore has always been violent, bro. This is nothing new. Like, Baltimore City has a little over 600,000 people, maybe 650,000 people. We, over the past, since 2015, each year we've had over 300 murders, right? Now, just imagine if we was the size of New York City or Chicago or LA or some shit like that. Like, we have millions of people. Bro, we probably had like fucking 2,000 murders every year, yo. And this conehead Ninja Turtle looking ass motherfucker sitting there talking about like it's not a sense of urgency, bro. Like it is a sense of urgency, bro. Like you getting civilians out here getting shot and shit like that, killed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't give a fuck, yo. So, like I said, man, like another thing we gotta do, right? This is on a culture tip, right? Yo, we gotta stop voting for Democrats. Now, I know somebody gonna be in the comment section. Well, who's better, the Republicans? No, I ain't saying that. You should be voting on the policies rather than the actual. Oh, this candidate is a Democrat, so I'm just gonna vote for him because he's Democrat, or this candidate is a Republican. I'm just gonna vote for him because he's a Republican. Like, nah, you should actually know what issues come to your importance, right? And I'm sure like public safety is one of them, right? For a lot of people that live in the area. But he ain't really showing no sense of urgency, neither is the mayor's office or anybody else. But like I said, before we even talk about the politicians, we gotta talk about ourselves first, right? But he's not gonna make any changes, y'all. I guarantee you, his 4 years here, yo, it's gonna be same old, same old. He's not gonna make no changes as far as like the violent crime and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same shit. It's gonna be the same bullshit. Like Maryland's gonna be a miniature San Francisco or LA or some shit like that. It's only gonna get worse as far as like them not really punishing crime overall. But he claims that he said one video they had him on, right? Yo said that yeah, since the 1990s violent crime has gone down. And I'm like, bro, I'm from here. I'm from here. I've never seen violent crime go down ever. You know what I mean? I've never ever seen violent crime go down. But then in another breath, right? He's saying that violent crime in the entire state is going up. So I'm like, all right, bro. Like, well, what about Baltimore City? It's like 300 murders, 300 plus murders every year, bro. So you talking about one person per day is getting killed. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? With a city that has less than 1 million people, like a little over 500,000. Like you talking about 650,000 people, and a lot of people are moving out. They moving. They not staying here in Maryland. Everybody's moving from Baltimore City, and they moving out of state, or to the counties or whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think yo full of shit. This nigga sat there and said that he's from here and all this and all that, or he went to college here or whatever. He went to Johns Hopkins or whatever. It's like, bro, you're not a product from here, meaning like you was born here, like you really was raised here, meaning like you was raised here from a teenager, like you know some folks like you came up through here, meaning you know what I mean. But I don't know, man. Like I just think just it ain't gonna do shit, but it shouldn't really be a surprise to folks, man. Because, like I said earlier in the video, the corruption here is deep. The mob run the city, for real. The mob run the city. Everybody know, you know what I mean. And ain't not gonna change, man. It's gonna continue to be highly segregated, and you know what I mean. Still gonna be a lot of crime and shit, because the city broke, ain't got no money. As far as the government, city government ain't got no money, and that's how they gonna just rinse and repeat people through the system. And oh, you shot 3 people, all right, we're gonna let you go, no bail. All right, you pay your little fucking probation shit. We let you out, shit or whatever, and then just go back on the street, do the shit again. Boom, killed 3 more people or attempt murders or whatever. All right, we're gonna just have you out in the street again. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is, man. That's just how the shit go. But overall, just give an overall summary of my thoughts on what I'm talking about is, the mass shooting, like, and also rest in peace to the 2 victims, the 2 people that passed away, and hopefully their families get some type of closure, and the community can make a bounce back as far as like the violence and stuff like that. Because these politicians don't give a fuck. They just giving lip service and just showing up. They not gonna put nothing in action as far as laws and none of that. So, but we need to just like peel away from dudes like this motherfucker right here, Brandon Scott. You know what I mean? And just like really get, if we are gonna play the political game and get in the political game, we gotta really hold ourselves accountable first, and then really like tell these folks like, look, man, we ain't voting for you. We're not gonna be like your constituent or none of that. Like we gonna really hold your feet to the fire for real. So, but that's enough of this, man. Like, Baltimore every year has over 300 and some murders every year, 300 plus. And murder's big business here. Obviously, the politicians are corrupt as shit, starting from the governor all the way down to the the state's attorney to the judges, everybody's dirty. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna get out this joint. I'm respond to comments if anybody comment or say anything. And these are just my opinions. This is what I think. This is my insight. All right, peace.